Welcome to the Cali Cat, everybody. I'm Mark, and in today's video, we're going to review a new cat toy that I got for my cats. Now, I'm going to say out of the gate, this is not a sponsored video. I just happened to buy this on Amazon. I will link it down below, and I want to show you what it is, how it works, if it works. Do the cats like it? We'll answer all those questions. So let's get started. As we look in the box, it has a number of things. First, it has the main device, the main toy. Now, this has got a little bit of cat fur on it because I've tried it, obviously. And then it has two, I'll call them tails. It's kind of nice to get two of them. It has a charging cord, and it has an instruction sheet. So let's take a look at this one piece at a time. Let's start with the charging cord. It does not give you a cube. It gives you the charging cord. And then it has two of these tails. And that's kind of nice. So when one wears out or it gets lost or whatever, I guess you can just replace it with another. They're both identical. And then, of course, you get the toy itself. So let's start with the actual device. Now, this is a round ball, and it has, if you open the little door right here, that's how you charge it up. And it didn't seem to take too long. I charged mine overnight. I read somewhere that it said you have to charge it for up to 16 hours. I really don't believe that, but in any case, you charge it up, and then on the opposite side, so here is the charging hole right there, and then on the opposite side is the power button. So you hold that for about 5 seconds, and you can see how it lights up. And I'll tell you, if you use this in a low, there it goes, in a low light situation, this looks very cool shooting across your floor. Now notice it goes for 3, 4, 5 seconds, and then it stops, which is really fun to watch because it's a ball, so it doesn't necessarily go in a straight line. Sometimes it will. It'll stop. It'll flip over. If it bumps into things, it doesn't matter. It'll just go away. I don't think that this can get stuck anywhere. The only place that I have ever seen this get stuck is in the track of my patio door. And then it just kept going back and forth, and it would pause a little bit, back and forth. By the way, this will run for about 5 minutes, and then it'll basically go to sleep until something hits it. You know, if you bump into it, if the cat takes their paw and gives it a swat, it'll start it all over again. And when you first turn it on, for the initial 5 seconds, the blue light is what they call the fast mode. And you hear that? It makes a little chirp. It doesn't do that constantly. Oops, got away from me. It doesn't do the chirp constantly, but every now and then it'll stop and it'll start chirping to try to attract them. Now notice it's starting and stopping. So what that does, it kind of makes it look like it hops around. It's just really cool. It goes in all different directions. It will pause for a little bit, then start up again. It'll switch directions. I don't think you'll lose it. I really don't. There goes the chirp. Now, if we hit it, what's going to happen is it will change modes. So it goes from a slow mode to a fast mode. And by the way, you do have an instruction sheet that explains all of the different modes. Now let's take a look at this tail. The tail is little plastic screw, and that screws right on. So it's kind of neat because it looks a little bit like a mouse running around. I have to turn this off or it's going to drive us crazy. Throw out this. There you see it flashed red for a moment. When you're charging it, it's going to be a solid red. So it just turned off. Now, this thing is going to clean up your dirt and dust. If it goes underneath the couch, underneath the chair, behind a refrigerator, something like that, this is really a sticky, gummy kind of rubber. It's got little nubs on it. Great traction. It's not going to get stuck somewhere because it's slipping around. But what happens is it's going to pick up dirt and debris, and you're going to find out, no matter how clean you think your house is, you're going to find out that there is a little bit of dirt and dust. Now, I've got a little bit of fur that's actually caught on the bearing here. Now, to show you how this works, this side is the power side. And if I were to turn this on, you're going to see this is what will start to spin right here. Okay, so that's what's spinning. This is just a bearing. That's just the slave side. So that has no power at all. Now, what's important about this is that power side is square. When you take this apart, I think if anything breaks, it's going to be this little horseshoe. You have to make sure that the square part goes into the square part of this collar or horseshoe, because if it doesn't, it's going to make the noise and everything, but it's going to seem like it's not working. And the reason I said if anything breaks, it'll be this, because it's just plastic, and I would be concerned that if you pull it too far apart, it may break. But that's how you can take it apart and you can clean it. So again, it's, for a cat toy, it's pretty technologically advanced. You can charge it. I haven't had it long enough, a couple of days, to know how long this will last before the battery completely, and I don't mean just when the battery runs out, when it completely wears out. I've had this running for 10 or 15 minutes on a charge, and it doesn't seem to give up. All that happens, the cats lose interest. So it drives me crazy to have this thing going all over the place and chirping and bouncing and just going a little crazy. Now, how did the cats take to it? I wouldn't say that the cats were infatuated with it to the point where they were running all over and grabbing it and flipping on their back and all that. They were curious. It was not that they were running after it. Max was more like, in that Terminator movie, when the Terminator just walked very determined toward it. That's what he would do. It would run across the floor and he would just walk, and then it would stop and he would walk up to it and put his nose down. Then it would start up again, and then he would follow it and walk to it. So it kept him engaged and it kept him interested. But I wouldn't say that he was taking it and grabbing the tail and swinging it around and rolling on his back. He didn't have that type of a reaction to it. And Max does sometimes have that type of reaction. For example, if I play with him, we have a toy that's sort of like a fishing pole, and it's got, I don't know, a piece of round cord, like a fabric that's maybe a yard long, 3 feet long, and it's got a little pole. And I will swing that, and he'll jump and run, and I'll drag it on the ground behind me, and I'll run around the house, and he'll chase me. This, he doesn't act that way too. So I don't know what it is. Callie too, she's, curious, but not incredibly engaged. So that's it. Is this smart cat toy for you? Maybe. I mean, all cats are different. Your cat may just be tremendously interested and chase this thing all over the house. It's a good product. It does what it says it's going to do. So as for product reliability, dependability, and as advertised, I give it an A+. For cat engagement, I give it about a B. So as always, like, share, and subscribe. The link to this product is down below, and we'll see you next time on the Cali Cat.